Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. This is Naomi, and I'm back again. I promised you that we shall be doing some series of topics, that we shall be covering some topics, mostly that are affecting young people. And last time we discussed about resisting peer pressure. You can find those teachings on my Facebook page. I'm there as Blessed Honeybee. Blessed and then NDY, then honey and B, abbreviation, B. So today I want us to learn about a new topic. Remember, I said that mostly I will be addressing young people, and most importantly, the young people who are born again, and also them that are not born again, because they are also not exempted from the temptations of life or the hardships of life. And so we are learning about skills of life. So how to go about coping with the challenges that faces young people, and there are many among them. Drug abuse among them, peer pressure among them, retrogressive cultures, and so many more. Okay, understanding ourselves, coping with the stress, grief, and all that. So there are so many things that we shall be learning, and today, because of time, and I want us to discuss about self-esteem. What is self-esteem? I would say that self-esteem is basically how one feels about themselves. Okay? How people feel about themselves. How do you carry yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Do you appreciate yourself? Do you hate yourself? Do you despise yourself? Or do you believe in yourself? Okay? How you feel about yourself will influence how you relate with other people. Okay? So it is very important for you to be feeling good about yourself, to appreciate yourself, to love yourself, and to believe in yourself also. Yeah, because once you set some goals in life, if you don't believe that you will make it or you can achieve them, you cannot actually work hard towards achieving them. So how you feel about yourself is very, very important. And let me talk to parents. Every parent who is there, it is always good to know that how we raise our children affect their self-esteem. If you raise your kid and you're always telling them that they are good for nothing, they will amount to nothing, they are stupid, they cannot do anything right, yeah? If you keep on demoralizing them and being mean to them and telling them things that are diminishing to them, eventually they believe. And most of these young people, remember, they learn through seeing and also through listening. So some of these things they will learn through seeing what you are doing. Number two, they will also learn from what you tell them. Because if a parent tells a child that for sure you will make it, I know you can do this, I know you can excel in your exams, I believe that you shall make it, I believe that you shall go through this and come out victoriously. You're just telling them that you believe in them, that you have trust in them. And by so doing, you also create, the self-esteem in them. They feel good about themselves. They believe in themselves. So parents, let us be very careful on how we train our children and how we raise them up, because it will for sure influence how they feel about themselves. Okay? And it will also influence how they live with others. Eventually, if a child is abused or does not find love at home, all what he says is quarrels at home, fights at home, or what he sees is parents fighting, calling each other names, diminishing each other in front of the children. That will also make that child feel bad about themselves. And most of them actually blame themselves. If the parents are fighting, most of the children blame themselves. And that will affect their self-esteem. They will affect how they relate with other children. You will find that most of such children get bullied in schools, because all what they know is fights. All what they know, they don't know peace. They do not understand the word love. Okay, so let us be very careful as parents on what we do before our children, what we say before them and to them. It is very important, and it is not too late for we parents. We can change that. If you have been demoralizing your child, telling them negative things about themselves, if they are wetting their beds, come on. Most of us went through the same stage. It's only a stage. It will come to an end. You don't need to look down upon them. You don't need to tell them bad things that will hurt their feelings. You should encourage them and tell them, you know what, soon and very soon, you will also stop wetting your bed, okay? So, and actually, let us not pretend that we did not go through such things. We went through them. So it is only obvious that we let children be children, and we encourage them where possible, and we support them, and let us be a role model. A parents, I'm talking to you because this is very important. Purpose to be a role model. What do you want your child to become? Be a role model, okay? Be there for them. Let them see what you have become. Be successful. If you're not successful, can you stop diminishing them? Encourage them. Yes, you may have failed in your young stage because maybe you did not get guidance, but you do not want your child to go through the same because you went through the same. So it's our duty to encourage them and to show them that they can make it and they shall make it. It is also our duty to encourage them and tell them that we believe that what we did not achieve, they will achieve. And it is very, very important. Okay? Also introduce them to God. Yes. And in this case, I usually say that our God is one. Yeah, introduce your children to God. Let them know how to pray to God. Let them know how to seek God. Let them know how to take themselves before God in prayers. Let them know that they shall be accountable to God. Okay? As much as they are accountable to you as a parent, let us also let them know that they shall be accountable to God, so that they can have a sense of accountability. Okay. So people or persons with a healthy or a high self-esteem, they regard themselves highly. You know, if you have a good self-esteem, a high self-esteem, you will always regard yourself highly. You know yourself. You know, it's like the way I know I am Naomi. There's nobody who can come and start calling me another name, because that is what I know I am called. That is my name. So Even if you come with all other theories trying to tell me that I'm Nancy, I cannot be Nancy or anybody else. I know myself, I believe in myself, and I know that is what I'm called. And so I carry myself in high regard because I know who I am. Let your children know who they are, even in the family. There are some families that diminish other children. They love other children and they leave the rest. Yeah, they will always be buying gifts for other children and not the others. You know, they will be loving more the other children than the others. No, that will demoralize the child, your child. They will feel they are not loved. They will feel they are not good enough. They will feel that there's something they ought to have done that they have not done, which in most cases it's not the case. If a child is stubborn, you need to love him the more, because in most cases love conquers all. Love conquers all. So I know sometimes parents, we go through difficult times because at times, especially if you have more than one kid or 2, 3, 4, and one of them is so stubborn and the others are just too cool, too good. Most parents tend to take very good care of them that are cool and obedient, and they feel like, okay, this one, it's like he's lost. No, that one child needs even a lot more of love and care. Let them know that when they do something wrong, they hurt your feeling. Sit them down. Let them understand how you feel when they do something wrong. And let them understand that it is a big deal for you because you love them and you care for them. Okay? And by so doing, they will be feeling obligated to live a good life. Okay. We should also let them know how to love themselves, appreciate themselves, regard themselves, and believe in themselves. So, where do we get self-esteem from? Where do we get self-esteem from? I would say we get our self-esteem, number one, from our parents, the way our parents raised us. Yeah, you know, when we were growing up, you would hear you would hear some of the people in the neighborhood. Yeah, you would hear a mom calling the daughter or a son, you know, get out of this place, you're just useless, you know. And that thing, the more the child listens to it and hears it, the more they believe. Okay, they come to believe. They come to a point of believing that they are useless. They come to a point of believing that they will amount to nothing. So let us be very careful. So self-esteem can be, we get self-esteem, or where we can raise our self-esteem, it is in our family. In our family, the way parents raise us, okay, the way they treat us, the way our parents treat us, or the way you treat your child, that will help them increase their self-esteem. We can also get self-esteem from peers or friends. You know, some friends are very good, and that is why I said that we shall learn about friendship formation. Yeah, because some of these friends that we keep will always look down upon us. They will not see anything good coming out of us. Okay, but some of the friends we have, they will push us to be better in life, day in, day out. So such friends we should keep. Okay, we also get self-esteem from schools. Some of the teachers, unfortunately, they will always diminish children, telling them that they will amount to nothing, telling them that because they have failed in mathematics or something, they will not become anything good in the society in future. They don't have a career, you know. No, I believe if we hold hands, we will be able to raise a generation that knows themselves, stand for themselves, believe in themselves, and also appreciates themselves. Because a child who knows who they are, they will not be involved in these petty things that other children are getting involved in. They will always be very careful not to disappoint their parents, also not to disappoint their teachers. Okay, so even in churches, we can get our self-esteem there, because that is where we are taught the word of God. We are taught how to live right with other people. We are taught how to appreciate others and also to appreciate ourselves. We are taught who we are. We are the children of the Most High God. Okay, and we matter to Him. Remember, we matter to Him. He says that the birds of the air never lack something to eat, and yet we how much more will we get? And we are more important than the birds of the air. So even the word of God can teach us how to have high self-esteem. Believe in God. God has never made anything poor or anything, he has no rejects. God made us perfectly, yeah? And when he made us, when he created us, he looked at us and said, this is good. Everything that he created, he said, this is good. So a place of origin or a country, for example, there are places where they regard boys more than girls. Yeah, and that makes girls feel like they are unwanted. They are just objects. They are equivalent to the cows or animals. Yeah, there are some place of origin where people come from, and such people regarding maybe more girls more than boys or boys more than girls. A child is a child. It is a gift from God. Every child is a gift from God, irrespective of if it is a boy or a girl, if he is physically challenged or he is healthy. They are children, they are gifts from God, and we should appreciate them, we should love them, and we should encourage them to become something good in life. Okay, media also. Yeah, media. For example, now we are at an age of internet babies. Each and every child is online, doing research, others on Facebook, others on Twitter, and others whatever. But media can influence your self-esteem negatively or positively. And remember this, young girl or young boy or young man, when you're interacting with people online, it is very important for you to be very, very careful. Remember, this is not a person who knows you personally. This is a person whom you have just met online. So be very careful how you open up to them, what amount of information you give to them about yourself. Yeah, hide your have some privacy, because most of them turn around, especially those who cyberbull. They turn around and use the same information that you gave them to cyberbull you, to bully you. So, and most of them will not even care what they tell you, if they hurt you or not, because they don't know you personally. Remember, this is a stranger you just met online, and you've already started telling them your secrets. It is not supposed to be so. Be very careful how you interact on social media. It is very, very, very important. Okay, what is the importance of having self-esteem? What is the importance of having high self-esteem? So self-esteem is important because how people feel about themselves influences what they accomplish in life. And that one, I give an example. If you feel like you're a failure in life, you will not even have the enthusiasm to work hard, so that you can make it in life. So it's very important for you to know that how you feel about yourself will influence what you accomplish in life. Most of the people who engage themselves in crime and drug abuse, already you can tell that their self-esteem is very low. They do not feel good about themselves. They feel like they have failed in life. They feel like, they could have done better. They feel like it's already too late. And so they end up doing things that are not right. Okay? So if people believe in themselves and their own ability, they are able to work hard. They are also able to reach their goals. They are also able to accomplish what they set out to do. So high self-esteem allows us to accept new challenges. Yes, everybody who accepts new challenges, their self-esteem is very high because they believe in themselves and they believe in accomplishing whatever they have set to do. Okay, high self-esteem also makes us or allows us to be comfortable with others. You will not be looking at others and feel like because you have passed through them that they have talked about you. Why should they be talking about you? So you always feel good about yourself, and more so, why should they be negatively talking about you? But if you have high self-esteem, you will be feeling good about yourself. You know you look at yourself in the mirror and say, good, this is the image of God. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and therefore God did not make a failure. You look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I am not a failure, I cannot be a failure. God did not create a failure. Okay? I will make it. I'm destined to make it in life. I will achieve my goals. I will overcome this challenge, whatever it is. So, having high self-esteem will also allow us to believe we can succeed. And it also allows us to gain self-confidence. Yes. So that when you go before people, even if you're called at night and you're told, come on, you're the one to speak to 1,000 people this morning, you will not be in trouble because you know yourself, you have high self-esteem, and you have confidence. It will also allow us to be the person we want to be and be able to set our goals. So it's always good when you feel good about yourselves. You always you always set new goals in life, and you feel you are capable. You are well able to achieve the goals. It also allows us to be assertive and refuse to be pressured into what we don't believe in. That's a very important point. Because last time we talked about resisting peer pressure, and we said that anybody who wants you to become like them, if they have failed in life, there are no failures. If they have what's the right word to use? If they have fallen in life, let me say falling, because falling is an accident, but rising up from down and rising up and wiping yourself out, it is a decision you need to make. And we have gone through so many challenges that has made us fall. But once you have high self-esteem, you always believe in yourself. Okay? You are always believing in yourself. You always know that it was a challenge and you need to beat that challenge. Okay? So once you become assertive, you don't just speak, you speak assertively. You know how to assert your words when you're speaking, when you're communicating with somebody else. You don't just do it. You don't hurt other people's feeling. You mind about them. Okay? So far, questions? So people are not born with high self-esteem. And I believe that's a point I've already explained. People are not born with high self-esteem, but we learn it, or we realize, especially when we are growing as young children, as young people, we realize, or we grow it. We become, we believe in ourselves as we continue to know our values, okay? To know what is your value, and what are your family values, okay? So once children know, or once young people get to understand that they are valued, they are loved, okay, they matter, this allows them to have high self-esteem, because there is no more confident child than that child that knows that their daddy loves them, their mommy loves them. That child will always be bragging about, the strength of the daddy or the strength of a mommy. If you listen to young children, and in most cases where I've gone to train, I always listen to children when they are conversing, when they are talking. And some of the children, you'll hear them saying, my daddy can beat your daddy. Yeah? Or, if you do this to me, I am going to report you to my daddy. I'm going to report you to my mom. So, that only tells you that her self-esteem, she believes there is a quality. She has a sense of, what do I call it? A sense of belonging. She feels she belongs. She feels protected. She feels there's somewhere she can run to in case she has a problem, okay? Or he feels like, nothing can shake me because daddy got me. So, how we relate or how we treat our children, if we tell them and we let them know, not only telling them, let them see, let them believe that you love them and you care for them, and that you can go any height, to protect them. That is going to increase their self-esteem. So it is very important how we relate with our children. Okay? I'm trying to read. I have some notes here, and I want us to finish this topic today. So, as children hear positive remarks from their parents, which include praise, encouragement, and reassurance. This will also help. For example, if your child did something good, especially, for example, in school, they performed very well, it is our duty to encourage them by praising them, telling them, wow, you did very good, congratulations. Next time, I know you shall even beat, this mark. You encourage them. Let us encourage them. Let us tell them. I'm sorry, I'm keeping on turning because I don't have a stand for now, but I believe God, I shall have a stand, a camera stand, so that I don't get so much tired. It is, but thank God I'm a woman, I can multitask, although it is not easy, but I'll get one soon by God's grace. So, once you reassure them, tell them, I know you did not hit the mark that you needed or that you desired, but you can still make it. There is still room for improvement. Let them hear that from you. First, you praise them. You tell them you did good. You tried. You did your best. This is good. Yeah, I'm happy about this. However, I know you are well capable of doing even much more. So next time, set a higher goal or a higher target. This will only encourage them. They will feel so good because they feel that they have achieved something that their parents have already recognized. Number two, they will also feel that they need to do more. They need to work much, much harder. Okay? And let me note this. This is not only in education, because some children are not well gifted when it comes to education, but they can do something else better in arts, in modeling, in whatever gifting God has given. And God has given us different gifts, and He has given them to each and every one of us. So let's understand the strength of our children and encourage them to do better. Even I'm not saying that education is not good. It is very important, but it is also good to know and understand the strength of your child, so that you can be able to encourage them even to do more and more and to achieve more. Okay. So parents play a very crucial role when it comes to increasing self-esteem of their children. So let us be very, very careful how we bring up our children. We can either damage their self-esteem or build their self-esteem. And this can only be done when a person is young, because apparently when a child is young, is just like a plain book, a plain paper. So whatever you write on that paper will remain for the rest of their lives. So it is very, very important to build the self-esteem of our children when they are young, when they are picking the right things. Let them pick the right attitude from you. Let them pick the right utterances from you. Let them pick the positive things from you. Let them say